Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you hear me?
Waalaikumsalam, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, for today, so I will touch on the innovation process. So if you look at your proposal, innovation process would go for number 8, and number 9 would be the innovation process design. Okay, so the topic outline, number 1 regarding the process consideration, and number 2 would be the process model. So number 1 will explain regarding what are the process that you have to consider when it comes to come up with the innovative product. Yeah. So I do believe that all of you mostly go for the services and also for other parts. Yeah. I mean your specialization. So number 2 regarding the process model. So in the process model, we have 3 processes. So among 3, I will explain 1, and another 2, you will go for your own reading. So when in the first slide, I did mention that, or you can see this topic will cover regarding your proposal. Yeah. So based on these topics, for number 2, this is the process model that you have to choose in order to come up for your innovative product to be presented to me for your proposal part. Yeah. Okay. So regarding the process
Hello,
okay.
Prof.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum. Prof, saya Kasmah Aziz. Maybe saya attend kelas ni sekejap je sebab saya dalam MRT sekarang on the way balik.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So regarding the process consideration, so we do have 8. Okay, I hope you can remember because these are the things that you have to consider before you come up with the innovative product. Yeah. So number 1, type of innovation, the importance of innovation, the timing, and also time to complete. Sources of innovation, I do believe that this already been covered in the last few lectures. Yeah. The innovation moment, organization infrastructure, I will touch the surface, and there is a specific lecture regarding organization infrastructure, organizational resources, and the number of unknowns. All right. So let's look for the type of innovation. So if you look at the type of innovation, we do have 4, which are architectural innovation, radical innovation, incremental innovation, and also disruptive innovation. Okay, so I just recall back regarding the first part, that is incremental innovation. Yeah, so if you look at this metric, okay, so mostly if you look at all those in yellow colors, there is the existing innovation, type of innovation that already in the market. And if you look at the things that in blue, yeah, all those in blue, architectural and also disruptive, is something that is new type of innovation. Yeah. So all this already been explained in the type of innovation previously. Just to recap, yeah. So when it comes to incremental innovation, if you look at the word incremental, so incremental means the process will go according, for example, the numbers. So if your first product is at number 2, so if your company would like to go for the incremental innovation, so it will go and follow the numbers. After 1 would be 2, and then the following year will go for number 3, number 4, and number 5, so on and so forth. Yeah. Okay. So that would be the incremental innovation. All right. Whereas for the radical innovation means if incremental according to the number 1, 2, 3, so radical will go from number 1, then you jump to number 4, for example. That would be radical innovation. All right? Okay. Let's look at number 2, the importance of innovation. Yeah. Okay. When we talk regarding the importance of innovation in the previous lecture, just to recap, yeah. So before you come up with the innovation product or innovative product, you should invent something. Yeah. For example, like LED lights. Okay. Normally we use the bulb. Okay. If you look at the car segmentation, so all the latest car nowadays, even though Azia, the latest version also, all the headlights are LED lights. Yeah. Okay. The reason why they come up with LED lights because it's look more stylish, and when it comes to the brightness, if you use LED lights as a driver, it is very important to have a brighter lights when you drive at night compared to the bulbs. Yeah. So why people come up with this type of innovation? Because for the business purposes. Okay. So if you look at the business purposes, if you are using the normal bulbs, if the bulb bursts, so the only thing that you have to change would be the bulbs. Maybe the bulbs cost you about 50 ringgit, 20 ringgit. It depends to the which type of bulbs that you use. Yeah, if you go for LED bulbs or HID bulbs, that will cost you more expensive compared to the ordinary bulb. Yeah, and then when we talk about businesses, if you are using LED lights, if any of the light is not functioning, you cannot change only one light that is not functioning. So you have to change the whole part of the lights. Okay, that is the business purposes when it comes to the LED lights. So the importance of innovation, when you come up with the good ideas, new invention, you must go for the commercialization. Commercialization means your product must be in the market. Okay, if your product is not being sold in the market, that is just called the invention. All right. So innovation, when it comes in your test 2 later on. So do not forget that when we talk about innovation, is something that you invent for the new things and you need to commercialize it. That is innovation. Okay. Next, we move on to the next slide. Okay, the timing and expected time for completion. Yeah. Okay. When we talk about timing, when you come up with your new innovative product, the timing is very important, and also when you are going to complete for your innovative product. Okay, you must be in the schedule. I do believe that in your working environment, you have something like Gantt chart where you have to follow. Okay, for the first week in a month, that you will be divided into 7 days. So day 1, what you're supposed to do. So if you cannot complete the work in day 1, so it will drag to day 2, day 3, and so on and so forth. Okay. So I do believe that you are very familiar about the Gantt chart and etc. Okay. You look at point number 1. Yeah. So anything about timing and time of completion, when are you going to expect your product to be in the market or completed in terms of the processes? You have to consider the amount of changes. Okay. For example, I just give an example. Yeah. For iPhone 16. So if they would like to come up with iPhone 17, they have to consider, Apple has to consider what type of changes that they would like to change. If the things are very complicated, then they have to look at the timing when they are expected to be ready and also to be in the market. All right. Okay. And then point number 2, we also have to consider regarding the timing to go for the market. For example, if your product completed early, yeah, means the market are not ready to accept the innovation. For example, yeah, you expected your product to be in the market in 2017. All right. Suddenly, everything completed in the mid of 2016. Okay. So when it comes to the early stage of the completed or the completion regarding for your product, so maybe the market are not ready to accept your innovation because maybe during that time in the mid of 2026, for example, 2026, maybe your competitor had launched new product. For example, Samsung had launched Ultra Slim or Ultra Galaxy Note 22 or 23 or something. So that is not the best time for you to launch for your market. All right. And the opposite of that, if you are too late to if you are too late to produce your innovative product and to put in the market, this will give your competitors opportunity for a greater market share. Okay, so meaning that when you would like to produce your innovative product, your market studies must be very good. Yeah. If you look at Apple, for example, when they launched their iPhone 16, so they can capture the market within a year. After a year, then Samsung can in with the Ultra Note or Ultra 21, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that is the best time. So your market studies, this is not conducted by the engineers. Yeah, the market studies will go to those who are in the business administration and etc. All right. Okay. So any question regarding timing and time of completion? Anyone?
No questions, sir.
Okay. Next. And then the sources of innovation. Okay. The things that been introduced to you in your proposal before, the sources of innovation, we do have 4. Yeah. Regarding the culture, yeah, and etc. So this is according to the Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker is the guru for the innovation management in this world. Yeah. And then based on the Peter Drucker, yeah, the sources of innovation are divided into 7. That is the process needs, incongruities, unexpected, industry market, demographic changes, new technologies, and also changes in the public perception. So I go for the industry market and also structure. Yeah. Okay. So when we talk about industry market, they become the sources of innovation because why? Okay, for example, like you look for the car segmentation, the simplest, yeah. Based on the industry market and also changes in the public perception, so sometimes the sources of innovation, they would be interrelated, yeah. So you look at the industry market for the car segmentation, most of the car manufacturer, they are shifted from normal car to the EV, electric vehicle or electric cars. Yeah, because why they have they have to come up with all those innovative ideas or innovative cars and etc. Because you look at point number 7, changes in the public perception. So nowadays, people are aware regarding the amount that we spend for the services. So any for services, for example, electric car, you do not have to go to service your car as what you did for the normal car. Yeah. Okay. So they are not using the engine oil whatsoever. They just go for the electric, and then they have their own combustion and etc. All right. So industry market and also changes in the public perception also becomes the sources of innovation based on Peter Drucker. All right. And then people are concerning about environment. If you are using petrol or what we call gasoline, yeah. So when it comes to the combustion process, so it will, I mean, the car will release CO2, which is not good for the environment and etc. All right. And then if you look at the demographic changes, so demographic changes means the people, okay, some people, for example, if you go to Dutch, yeah, or Dutch, if you go to Holland, yeah, so Holland, this is a country where you are not allowed to drive a car in the cities, for example. So most of the people in Holland, so in the big cities, they are not allowed to drive any car, but they go for the bicycle. Because of this, okay, because of this factor, they are concerning about environment, then they come out with the electric car. But I'm not sure whether the government are allowing all the electric vehicle to be in the cities or not. But it depends on that particular government that rule for the country. All right. Okay. Any question regarding of the sources of innovation? Okay. Next, the innovation moment. Okay. So when we talk about the innovation moment, this is the problem that faced by the organization or your company to find ways to motivate people to become innovators. What are the obstacles that that makes the people in organization refuse to become innovators? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, why organization, what makes employee in the organization, they refuse to become innovators? Anyone would like to share the ideas?
I think they're afraid to get
Your name, please. Your
my
name.
Muhammad Shafiq Mejali. I feel they're afraid to give an idea because they're afraid about being rejected, and then feel the embarrassment if their if the idea is very bad or not, like that.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Shafiq. Okay, so some people they might say they do not want to become to give ideas or to become innovators because when the moment you come up with your ideas, your organization will reject it. Yeah. So you will be embarrassed when people rejected your ideas and etc. Okay, good. Okay. And then one thing why in Malaysia scenario, yeah, I'm talking about Malaysia scenario. Why in the meeting when your company asks you to give opinions, people in the organization are refused to give the ideas because those who give the or share the ideas, he or she will become the leader for that particular project and etc. Normally it's like that, yeah. But it will be different if you are working with the expatriate company. For example, if you work with SLB, for example, yeah. If those who are from Petronas, then you shift to SLB. SLB will go for the different, yeah, because most of all of their top management would be expatriate and also those who are very experienced in some of other countries in Malaysia or throughout the Middle East and etc. Okay, so the organization are very struggle to find to motivate their employee to become innovators because of the factors that we mentioned just now. Ideas be rejected, you become the leader, even though, as I mentioned earlier, those who give ideas and then those who work in the R&D department, innovation department, you will be given extra pay or bonus and etc. because of your contribution. All right. Okay, next. This is the organizational infrastructure that I mentioned to you just now. We do have topics, all this in details. So just for your information, if this question come up for your test 2, you don't translate infrastructure to, for example, as infrastructure means if you translate direct translation to bahasa Melayu would be infrastruktur. Yeah. So what are they? The infrastructure, for example, if you look in the dictionary, infrastructure means facilities, machineries, and all things that be used in order to produce for the product. But in this topic, organizational infrastructure means this would go for vision, mission, objective, strategy, and also structure. All right. So I will explain in details in the next lecture regarding organizational infrastructure. All right. Okay, next. So organizational resources, when we talk about resources, okay, so each of the company, okay, they do have their own customers, they do have their own plant and equipments, people, financial reserves, suppliers, and all those. Okay, so these are the resources that each organization or companies should have, not all, but at least you must have all those. The most important thing in the organizational resources are the people. People means all the employees in the organization. People like you, engineers, senior engineers, technician, and etc. And then they do have the equipments, plants, equipments, machineries, and etc. All right. And they do have their own customers. Yeah. So regarding organizational resources, mostly when we talk about this topic, so this would be considered for those who are in the management side. They do have to think, okay, what are their capabilities, what are their IP, intellectual property that they would have to access and also to have their own IP regarding the product and etc. All right. Okay. And then For more details, I will upload in your VLE. Yeah. Okay. Next, the process model, as I mentioned to you just now. Yeah. There are Rothwell, Roberts, and Frogman, Van der Ven, and also Cooper. So for this lecture, I only focus one model. So among four, please remember, yeah, among four models after this lecture, I would like you to choose either Rothwell, Roberts, Van der Ven, or Cooper are suitable and also reliable for your innovative product. Your innovative product yang about bags and so on. Yeah. Okay. So next, Van der Ven, they have 3 stages or 3 periods, which number 1 will go for the initiation process. Number 2 will go for development, and last but not least, where they will go for the implementation and termination. So what is initiation process? Yeah. So when we talk about initiation means initial process. Yeah. So this is where all the churning ideas from the employees or maybe from the top management and the people in the organization are be going to develop into a workable concept. Okay, this is the process where all the ideas, yeah, later on I will teach you regarding the organizational top down and bottom up. So listen, yeah, if in your working environment, I do believe all of you may be at the second or third level from the production people. Okay, if the ideas come from all the production workers, yeah. So you as engineer, you have to accept their ideas, and as engineer, you have to convert the ideas in order to be or to come out into the concept. The ideas turn into the concept. So this is your process. So if the ideas come from your production workers, you as engineer, you have to accept and turn the ideas into concept. Yeah. So next for period number 2, okay, this is your task 2. Okay. This is where the initial ideas proliferates into many ideas. Yeah. So if the ideas only one, so they can they can turn into many ideas, and also you as engineer with your working experiences and expertise, you have to only choose one idea that best to be implemented for the innovative product. Yeah. So when it comes to the development, you have to remember that the mistakes or setbacks is the part of the processes. Yeah. For example, like if you are doing experiment, okay. So I do believe that during your experiment in the labs, you have to do more than 3 or 4 experiments in order to have the better result. Yeah. Okay. So meaning in the if you are working under the innovation department, you have to remember that the mistakes are the part of the processes. All right. And then if the sudden changing criteria for success create additional problem. What does it mean? So if you already set the ideas into concept, and then suddenly your CEO or your GM does not agree with certain processes, and they would like to change the criteria or the processes line. So this will give additional problem between you and also the resource controllers. Yeah, because for example, I give you example. if you would like to come out with your dream house. So when you had a discussion with your architect, so your architect will design how your dream house look like. So after the architect design everything, once completed, so after you pay certain amount, the architect will get the best contractor to come up with your dream house according to his design and etc. Okay, so when everything is okay, the foundation is already done. Suddenly, when it comes to build a wall and etc., suddenly you would like to change in between. Yeah. So the things that you would like to change is not in the plan at all that been designed by the architect. So this will give problems to the contractor to come out with a new design and etc. Okay, so that would be the development. And last but not least, this is where you have to go for the implementation or termination. Okay, so your innovation stop when they are implemented. Okay, and or so once everything being implemented and completed, you have to stop your production, or when the flow of resources has been limited in such way that prevent continuing the activities. So there's two way here. Once completed, then you have to stop. Another one, you have to stop when your resources are very limited. So for example, like you would like to come out with the latest design for your handphone, for example. Some of the microchips are not ready to be delivered to your company. So you have to stop regarding your production. Okay. So point number 2, this is the complex process of integrating resources and infrastructure in order to meet some predetermined requirements. So why it is very complex? Because to integrate the resources. Resources means the people and etc. And infrastructure means regarding your vision, mission, all those just now, yeah. So the strategies. So because the resources are people, whereas the infrastructure will go for more for the policy and etc. All right. So this will be the end of the slide. So any question regarding the process design, process model? Any question regarding this?
So far, no, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much. So now